It'll take us a second to get all the social media networks and all that good stuff. But we are live today with Be.Genius. What is good, brother? Thank you for coming on the podcast, finding some time for your boy.
Thank you for having me here, man. Thank you for having me here, man. For real.
Yeah, man. I can't wait to get into the creation of the album, man. And today I'm also with two of my co-hosts today, Rise EK. I'd say kind of like, half the album right there too. You know what I'm saying?
It's gonna be my guy right there. My guy right there.
We love to see it, man.
Yeah, of course. We love to see it. And then we also got Buddha Smoke Gaming.
What's good, everybody? What's good?
Yo.
We in here.
But yeah, we are live on the Nikolai Capone podcast, the greatest podcast. Undebatable. Fuck what everybody says. No. Even if it ain't true, it's true around here. That's all that matters. But
yes, sir.
Yeah, right. I did want to give a few shout outs before we get started up with the podcast, man. I wanted to go ahead and shout out Cold Blooded, who came on last week, man. That ran up some numbers. So shout out to Cold Blooded, dude, and one of our longest podcasts yet. What was it? Then we also have Mr. Cisco and 6 Foot Slim. All three of those people dropped some projects, dude. We'll show some love to all of those people down below in the comments, dude. Shout out to them, man. But now back to our primary show. We got Be.Genius in the fucking building.
Yo.
So for the people that don't know, man, like where are you exactly from?
Well, I'm from the greatest city in the world, New York City, Brooklyn to be exact. Feel me? From the Mecca, man.
From the Mecca of this shit, man. Yeah. And if you listen to the tape, dude, it for sure, it for sure has that New York polished New York sound.
Definitely.
That grimy sound. Gotta love it. Yeah, man.
Quick store run.
Yes. Yeah, y'all need to check that out, by the way. I've actually put it down below on the YouTube the section down below the description title. There we go.
What up, Natsu?
Yeah, man. Shout out Natsu, man.
Oh, Natsu.
Yo. My man. Natsu, another legend who will be coming on next week, man. Shout out to my boy Natsu, man.
For real. Shout out Natsu, man.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I'm just honored that, to be honest with you, I'm honored that Ricey, reached out to me because to be fair, like, he could work with anybody, there's a plethora of people that he can just contact and work with at any given time. And I'm sure a lot of people, contact him on a daily basis trying to work, but I didn't, I didn't go out of my way and pester him and annoy him to work with him. It's just like, it happened naturally, and that's why I'm so grateful for that opportunity for this tape. Because to go back to what I was saying earlier, my fault. To go back to what I was saying earlier, I had did a freestyle over an old Madlib beat from a beat tape that he had from like 2007. That on every beat from that beat tape, he sampled something from like, I guess, a Bollywood movie soundtrack or just Indian music in general. So I posted it on my Facebook story of me actually in the studio looking at the Pro Tools session, and Ricey responded to it. And then I was just telling him about where I got that beat from and the whole concept to the tape. So he really fucked with it. And he was like, you know what? Let's expound on that. And I'm like,
hell yeah.
I was lit. I was super lit, right? So I saw the story. And I was like, the drums over this is nuts. I was like, I've never really tried Bollywood sampling, but these drums and like the sitar and all the instrumentation is crazy, right? So I see him freestyling over this. I'm like, this is nuts. This sounds awesome. I message him. I'm like, this is tough. What are we doing here? And he was like, oh yeah, he was just fucking around. And I was like, nah, look, we're gonna have to make a whole EP or make a project out of this. And I straight to it. But I'm gonna just tag team whatever. But yeah, I'll let you speak, man.
So pardon me, shit. So after that, I'm like, all right, I'm with it. You know, this is like I've freestyled to his stuff before, maybe back in the day, like 2015. I think it was the Ronin Warriors beat.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Hey, shout out to Risey for that, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's like a top 10 personal.
Yeah,
Let me tell you something.
yeah.
All right, well, I'm gonna tell a quick story about that. I was watching, so I was going through like samples on YouTube. So I ended up going through it with the 80s anime, and then I accidentally clicked something, and it was a clip of the Ronin Warriors, and then it was a theme. I was like, oh snap, this is it. So I didn't even watch. It was like the actual episode. It was an episode.
Yeah.
I clicked right out of that. I was like, let me find the intro. Saw the thing. And then at that time, I was listening to, kid you not, Kendrick, Good Kid, Mad City. So I was listening to that and forgot which track. It was a couple of tracks in there that was stuck in my head. So that's the drum routine. I actually had, the drums, Kendrick drums from To Pimp a Butterfly.
Oh, wow.
Somebody remade like accurately. So I had that, and then I used that kit to make that beat. And I just posted it. It was just actually like out of nowhere. It was really random. It was really random. I wasn't planning to do anything. I just saw it. I just boom, got my head, and I made that in maybe like less than an hour.
Did you what was it? Did you actually use any of those drums on that project, the Quick Store Run?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think I used a little bit of it. I gotta
remember. You remember it? Yo, that's what I'm saying. I know you have a lot of drum kits, man.
If it was subtle. Like it was probably like percussion. Something like that. I have to remember though.
So you can't let out all the sauce, you know what I mean?
No, I'm not. Yo, if you know me, people know me. I'll be spilling the sauce. Like, I really be spilling the sauce. Things that I should not even be talking about. Okay, here's how you do this. Here's how you negotiate this and that. I will just speak it. Just like, because I want the guys to get the info. I'm not doing that as much because, there's too much
sauce.
There's too much sauce.
Man. You can't give away all the games for free,
man. You really can't, man.
They got to pick up something on their own.
That's hustling backwards, but...
That's facts, man.
Yeah.
So I was actually curious. Where does the name Be.Geniu come from?
All right, so way back when I was younger, I used to call myself the boy genius, but you can't stay an adolescent forever. So I used to abbreviate it like DA and then B genius. So after a while, I'm like, I gotta find something a little more mature for my moniker. So eventually I dropped the DA and I dropped the boy and I just said, I started just putting B genius, but I didn't have the BE at first. So somebody, I think my boy Nuff said, I gotta give him credit for it. At some point, he was like, yo, you're B genius, but make sure you tell them don't be stupid. Something to that effect. I really remember.
Yeah.
So it was around that time, like I really started just like, you know what? I'm gonna do the BE genius. Like, and then that kind of the genius part just spoke to my creativity and originality at the time, and just some people say I'm a know-it-all, like people close to me and stuff. So that's where that came from. Yeah, it's terrible, but
it's all good though.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta.
Like,
you go. No,
it's
you're
like
good.
Entendre too. It's like, be genius. Just be smart, be creative, be like me.
I've seen like a positive message, actually.
Yeah, no, that is.
It's got deep, but it's actually sort of a positive message.
That's fly. That's real fly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, like when I first heard the moniker, I thought in the song it was Beat Genius, and I was like, oh, okay, it's Beat Genius. Like,
I flipped it like that too, because I used to produce for the most part. I still kind of do. I just would name some of my other handles on social media like Beat Genius. So I'm adding the EAT to B. Yeah.
Question.
That's a bar right there.
Yeah.
So you got two different names, right? If you get a major placement as a producer, which one are you choosing?
Ooh,
that's a great question.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Damn, man, you just stumped me. I wasn't expecting that. See, Be.Geniu is fire but I feel like somebody has that. Honestly,
I know someone down south has like Beat King.
Be.Geniu? I haven't heard of. But it might be. It might be.
If I was
you can look that up though.
There's Dr. Genius, but I don't know if he's still producing. I don't know.
You talking about Beat King? Or
no,
is that
Dr. Genius? I think he used to run with Cuddy. I could be wrong.
Oh, Dr. Genius. Oh, that don't matter. Yeah, that don't matter.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I do not know what he's doing.
Yeah, who knows what he's doing?
This is what I would do, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so, if I was the attorney, I would say put Be.Geniu as a production name. Because if you're trying to propel your career as a rapper,
and
you already have that placement or like your name out there in the industry, then it will get 10 times easier. But you can always do the other way and still flourish. But if it was me, if I was giving you advice, I would say to Be.Geniu.
I definitely stick with that.
And it makes me think like, oh, this man know what he doing, with the money sign at the end, you know what I mean? Like, Be.Geniu, I got that
money,
that
man.
New York talk, you know what I mean? That New York talk, man.
And that makes you, and not to be a nerd, it makes you searchable, straight up.
Yeah, it does.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's all good.
Yeah, look at the SEO. I was looking at that too, and like B.Genius with the money sign instantly pops up every time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I appreciate like all the nuances of that you guys see, because that was all by design. I all planned that. I definitely planned that for real. So eventually, I just got the nickname Genius. It just fits me, man. It's like, how can I say? I don't know, man. I really can't explain it. It just fits me after a while, man.
Yeah. It's supposed to be like this.
It's just the one that stuck.
That's it. It is what it is.
I like what was it with you in particular? Like, because you said you started off as a producer. So do you plan on having like more production based around what you do, and then like mix it with Risey? Are y'all doing collabs in the future, or did y'all even like collab on Quick Store Run? You know what I mean?
Okay, so for the most part, for the last closer towards the decade, maybe, I was making beats. Like, I met Risey and, I didn't meet them, but I'm trying to remember everything, how this happened. So,
no, that was a loaded question. My bad.
Yeah, it is, man.
Yeah.
But I found Risey, because I used to go on YouTube, and I always was intrigued by sampling, anime and video games and whatnot. That's always been me at the core. Like, I don't nerdcore rap or anything like that, but I'm definitely into all of that.
He said, I don't do that shit. No, I'm just playing.
I'm definitely into all of that. Don't get it twisted, but I just don't rap about it. You feel me? I have a reference there and here if I can, but I was searching up another producer that was like, they used to sample a lot of TV shows and stuff, and I couldn't find him anymore. So I happened to come across Risey's channel, and I think the first beat I heard from him, it might have been that Star Fox beat.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was around the time I was producing heavily. I just started, using FL like 2011, 2012, and I came across Risey's stuff, and I came across.
Shout out to Mega Ran. Mega Ran said he popped up.
Oh, word.
Mega Ran. Yo, listen, bro, this is the guy, Be.Geniu. This is the guy right here.
What's going on, bro, man?
In touch. But,
for real.
Yeah, thank you. If he's still on, salute to you. I got to talk to you about some things, but yeah.
So, just like to condense everything, I was a part of a few collectives on the way to this point, and I always placed my artistry at the back burner. So I always produced for a lot of other people. So, I mean, I could throw some random names out, like my man's Manny Blanco and AM Proper, and
salute to them. Salute to the guys.
My man's Nuffsaid. So I always produced for everyone else, but I never really got an opportunity to like do this on my own. Like, I would drop little singles in between now and there that I produced, and I think that's how I started getting a little steam. Is just people can see that I at least rapped at a decent level on par with my production. So, some people.
Do you know?
It's like,
Yeah, I was about to say, like, with your production, because I personally heard a few of them before, because I didn't know that you were like a producer per se, you know what I mean?
Right.
But
Yeah.
so I had to actually go back, like, I'd say probably a couple years or so, and I was like, hey, yo, my man produces beats too. I was like, I was like, it was nice too.
We found each other without really knowing each other. So he's piece on how he saw me on YouTube. So when I was working with Jacquet back in like 2015, 2016, I guess his manager played a record, which I didn't know you at the time, which is nuts to me. But I did let him know about you once we did. But it was that one record you and Kwame made, Sampling Shook once.
Oh shit! That's my guy. Enough said. Yeah.
Wait. Does he know about this already?
Feature on it, right?
The Han Solo
joint. I don't even think Nuff knows about it, but they heard it on SoundCloud. They were going through mad records. They just put on autopilot, and yours came up. And I was like, "Who's this? Like, this is nuts."
Let me stop you there real quick. I'm not gonna lie to you. Kwame whooped my ass on that song, bro. he whooped my ass on that song, bro. Like, I listened back to that shit.
Being viral. I don't get it. I was like, what?
No, I mean, he's just naturally talented, bro. Like,
yeah,
he's been rapping like that since I met him. Like, he doesn't even have to try.
That's wild.
You know what I mean? But
no, that happens for real. Like, if you want to actually be taken serious, you gotta get on tracks with other people. And some people, they come in, they rapping like this is the last moment of their life type shit. Even though it might not seem like it to them, you know what I mean, or to you.
Yeah. That song's wavy. I gotta find a link, but that song was super wavy. I was like, this is dope. So then I went in the rabbit hole, found your work, and I was like, this is really dope. Then I learned. He was like, "Oh snap, not to," or you were listening to his stuff. So I was like, "Hold up." Then we figured it out, and then made the connection on Facebook. So that's how that worked.
Yeah, like what was it? So what was that moment where you like, "Hey yo, fuck this, man! I'm going in. I'm rapping. These motherfuckers can't stop me. It's Be.Genius."
I wanted to say, like, the past couple of years. Everybody that I've worked with, I just had like a realization that, with the pandemic and everything happening, I realized that I just never truly put myself first as an artist. I always produced for people for the past, let's say 7-8 years consistently. I always produced for other people. And I would always hear like people tell me, bro, you should rap more, or like, why are you just producing for other people? And, no slight to them. Some people just even tell me they feel like I'm holding myself back doing that. So it was just more of like, okay, let me just see how this goes. Let me see if I really have what it takes to do this on my own. And I mean, everyone always told me I have a dope rap voice. Like, I've heard that.
Yo, facts.
Shout out to Travis.
Bro. My guy TD Francis in the building. What's up?
TD Francis is in the building.
Hey, what's good?
Salute to him.
Listen
to that verse again.
Yeah, man.
I'm sorry,
killed me on that too.
Listen to that again. Yes, but keep going. Sorry.
Yeah, man. So I just wanted to really give myself like opportunity to put myself out there and just give them my brand of music. And I'm just happy that I was able to do that. As I said, I was always trying to sneak in a song or two here and there, but like Ricey really blessed me by doing this project with me, because it took away the responsibility and the burden of producing for myself, because I didn't know what direction I was going to go in as far as making my first. Well, I have an EP, I have a mixtape from like way back when, but it's not relevant.
The respect is mutual, bro. Like, the respect's mutual. I'm a fan of yours for real. Like, there's not a lot of folks who like that I know who appreciate the same interests and then make the same music, like similar music.
Yeah,
so we're both from New York. I'm from upstate,
right?
From Brooklyn. I understand that vibe, and that's basically what I make. So it's like the nerd culture mixed in with that New York vibe. That's my primary base. That's bread and butter for me.
Facts, exactly.
I could do this all day. So then what made this even more intriguing is I know he's a great rapper and he has the utmost potential. And then he's using a different sample, which I've never really used prior to now. Maybe like once in a blue moon, but I was like, this is a great challenge. So then I was like, we're going to make this.
Super different, very original. Very original.
Part of it, the reasons, because I wanted him to rap again, because he hadn't put much stuff out lately, but I wanted him to rap again because as a fan. And then a part of me was like, I want to challenge myself with these samples. And so once I started tinkering with it and flipping it, I was like, this is going to be way too fun. It's literally way too much fun.
Literally every beat this man sent me.
I was saying it's a solid project, man. And then like when you listen to it, you can tell that both of you guys were really like really vibing with each other. Even though y'all you know what I mean? Like y'all really rock with each other for sure. You could tell that Sonic.
And shout out to the guys who were part of it as well.
I appreciate it. Shout out my guy AM Proper, Robert Bank, right.
TD. We see, bro. Like it's special. Like it
is a very special project, man.
Yeah, everybody came through and put up 20.
I feel like you might be giving Cisco a run for his money on the boom baps, man.
Oh man,
I need that. Like, let's say it. It's lock in Cisco. It's long overdue. We're gonna have to make some heat, and then we're gonna have to throw some other folks in that because definitely want to work with Cisco. Been a fan too.
Y'all two though. Like I hope y'all do like a deluxe. Or if not a deluxe, maybe a part 2 or something.
Heading to the store.
Because honestly, like when I first heard it, like I thought it was gonna be a whole beat tape. Right. So I'm going into it thinking it's gonna be a beat tape. Then you start rapping. I'm like, oh, yo, we here.
We were like, this is gonna be
yeah. Off the first song, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna like this tape.
Oh yeah, 100%.
We were tapped in. I know you have more questions, Nick, but we were tapped in with this project. I was really like, I really want to invest into this because I need at least the homies that I work with. Yeah, be scoping around to hear him, and I got that done. Now it's on them to reach out. And I'm pretty sure they will. We just got to give it time.
Yeah.
They already got you on the radar. That was really what it is. To throw up the pass
the alley oop.
That's it.
But that's you naturally, bro. Like fun. I can definitely say that, man. Like you definitely are a pillar. Like you help out a lot of people, bro.
Bless, man.
So I gotta give you your flowers for that, for real.
Yeah, the chemistry. It did remind me of like sort of like how Madlib and Doom, that kind of energy with it, like because you don't see a lot of producers and a lot of artists, like sometimes they don't mesh up very well in a collective project. You know what I mean?
Producers will know this, right? It's like producers will know there's certain artists that they work with who just match the pockets of the beats that they usually make, which is easy. I know his rap style, and since he's from New York, I automatically know what style works with us. So. And that's how I make the beats, and you just fit the pocket. And it's easy. Yeah. And then if you're like unorthodox with it, but it sounds even crazier, that's even more fun because that's a surprise. Like the beats I made was it was easy. It was like literally, I took the time. It was effortless. I sent it through. They loved it. I remember what was fun for me was hearing the sendbacks when they sent back the roughs and all that, the mix downs. And all that, hearing that process and being how it's created and how excited we were to make that is priceless.
Yeah, man. Because I think what was the first beat you sent me? It might have been
I don't know if it's
it was Higher.
Yeah, it was Higher.
And then you sent me
that's fire, man.
Then you sent me Perfected Craft.
I sent Perfected Craft second. Yes, that was the first 2-pack because I sent you 2 first.
Yeah,
it was Higher and Perfected Craft. You were like, this is crazy. And you said, I'm going to get TD for Perfected Craft. I was like,
it's just a bass loop. And TD, if anyone has a quintessential New York voice,
It's him.
It's TD. You know what I mean? So that shit just hit me. As soon as you send me the beat, I'm like, nah, I have to put TD on this. Like,
what you just did is production right there, and you producing.
Mm-hmm.
That's production right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I had that in the pocket. I had a verse for that already, actually, that I've been meaning to get over something else, but it just fit that better.
Yeah.
But once you sent me the beat to Older Wasa Colder,
yeah,
I said, nah.
Oh yeah, that one's fire.
Yeah.
Like I'm a admitted Jay-Z stan, so it's like when I heard that, I started thinking like, oh, I mean, I don't sound like him, but I started thinking like, I'm gonna do my best Hove impression on this, but still sound like myself. So
that
I heard that shit, man.
Yeah, that was it. When he sent it back, when you hear the beginning, that was the first chop that I made. Right, that was crazy. The first chop that I made, and I was like, "This is gonna be ridiculous." I played that chop maybe like for 10 minutes straight, like a madman.
I replayed that about 10 times. I had a lot to get on
the rising strings, and then I'm sorry, but then after that, I cruised through the sample. Then there was a part. It wasn't even connected to that opening chop. But it was like in the middle somewhere, and I found it was like a small snip. Of it, and it just made that. And then
you see how New York people are always trying to get on the mic.
I mean, that's how.
No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
But the one thing that really was really surprising. Did y'all didn't make any of these tracks together in the same room? Wow.
Oh no, and y'all live in the same city.
Yeah. It ain't even that. It's just the chemistry.
No.
That's what I'm saying. Like
I'm in
chemistry,
wild. Yeah, same state.
If we were in the same city, no.
Well, no, I'm just saying, like
working all the time.
Chemistry on this, like. It does remind me of like Doom and Madlib, but like I really thought y'all might have at least did one or two songs together. Like that's crazy. Now that's really good because y'all like he's really vibing to the beats, and then you can tell like you were excited. See, you can tell when a producer is excited to make beats for an artist because their whole sound will change.
Yeah. And the beats I made were gourmet. Like these ones,
yep.
I
said that too. I was like, "Oh, right."
That's the other part. Like, those are exclusive beats, bro. Like, like no one ever heard those up until he sent them to me. You know what I mean? So,
where'd you find this at, son?
The whole plan, the whole plan was to make beats that were cool enough.
That's fact.
For him to rap on, and then when we get a finished product, I was going to send it to just folks that I thought would like it and would promote. Like I sent it to shout out to Lucky 7 on drum work.
Lucky 7
Conway's label. I sent it to him. I sent that project. He's messing with it. Funny fact though, I'm not gonna get too much, but we're making a deluxe, and you might see a couple folks. I'm still working on it. You might see a couple features. He doesn't know.
You don't know.
Really trying to work this out. But I'm trying to get a couple other homies that tapped in so we can make it deluxe. Just like another 4 or 5. I don't have any timetables. I'm just trying to work out the cool stuff. I gotta talk to you, Mike. But once I got things this is not over. This quick store run.
That's what I'm saying.
That's about to be a long story.
Honestly,
man, I'm hyped, bro. I'm hyped.
When the tape ended, I kind of got a little mad because of how short it was.
Yeah,
I gotta confirm right now.
It's fire. It's fire. I replayed it.
Confirm right now.
It's really good.
For real, appreciate that.
What was the one that we were going crazy about? We released it separately.
Also, while you're doing that, I did want to say, man, you're the way I like your flow.
Hey, yo, that's a nice one.
Classic
going back to the store.
Yeah, so Classic by Dawn. We need to talk about this, but I just wanted to confirm Classic by Dawn. That's probably my favorite personally. But about that, we have the record, but I did confirm Lucky 7 will be in a remix. He worked on his verse.
Lucky 7's fire.
He said he got a verse for it. So it's just needed on wax. and that'll probably be how we lead into the deluxe. But that's all I can say right now.
Gotcha.
If you're listening, whoever's on the pod, you got the exclusive, but that's it. That's it. I'm not going to mention that.
Where did you find this at? Nikolai Capone podcast. Anyway.
Deluxe is on the deluxe. Expect the deluxe.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Oh shit, my fault.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say, man, the flow reminds me of like I don't know if you were per se like inspired by him or anything, but it reminds me a lot of like Benny the Butcher. Because I know that, like, when you end it, like, whenever you end, like, say, like, sentence or something, it'll stop. It feels like it stops. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And a lot of people. Oh, okay. You go. My bad.
I would tell you my inspirations for that, because I pace my flow a lot when I rap. It actually comes from Pusha T and Jadakiss.
Yeah.
If you listen to them, they pace themselves a lot when they rap. They don't continuously go through bars. Yeah. For the most part. Sometimes they'll switch it up, but that's when I started pacing myself a lot when I rap because I don't know, I just feel like I want you to hang on to everything I say, even if I'm not saying shit. So it's like that's just how I just built my flow and my sound. And plus my delivery, like look how Pusha T and Jadakiss delivery. They have like more of a raspy or heavier side. You know what I mean? A delivery. So it's like So it's like I kind of definitely been inspired by them as far as my flow and cadence on a lot of records.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. I really love just how you go about it, man. I really do. So you said that Jay-Z, you're a big Jay-Z stan. So as far as like other influences, like you said, Pusha T, Jadakiss, I gotta ask, man, like what is your top 3 influences of all time? You know, I know you said Pusha T and Jadakiss, of course, but you know,
of influences of all time.
Like you can be like, yeah, that's where I got it, because you might have got like the pace kind of flow from them, but
definitely.
I know I'm curious as to what it could be, because it could be anything.
Influence wise, so Jadakiss is gonna stay there. Because he's definitely one of, at one point in my life, like
he's very underrated.
He was one of my favorite rappers. Like I was a Jadakiss fan too, but Kanye definitely. Because at one time, I produced and rap, so that's where it really started from too. Like, even just down to the fashion and just me not being a
that's what I was thinking.
Like that. It was definitely Kanye was probably one of my biggest like influences in general in music.
Gotcha.
Like, you know what I mean? I used to. Especially in high school, you used to think I was Jay, man. Like,
hey, I gotta say, them shades, in the profile picture, I was like, oh, them shit's fire. I gotta say that them shit's fire as fuck.
It's some Louis Vuitton shades I got for my birthday last year, man.
And this man knows so much designer. I'm learning. I'm learning from him.
Yeah, man, you gotta be in New York. You gotta get that dress, bro.
Exactly. I blame it on my vibe. I tell people all the time. I feel like I'm only materialistic because of where I live, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it's so hard to avoid it, bro. I mean, I like this shit, don't get me wrong, but it's just like where I'm from, it's like you go outside and it's a fashion show, bro.
What it is.
I'm a humble guy, you know what I mean? But I would say Kanye, Jadakiss. I want to say, I'm trying to think. It really is a toss-up between Jay-Z and Biggie at the top of it.
Oh, okay.
Kendrick's one of my favorite rappers, but I mean, he came along so late.
Yeah.
In my life, for me to really be like, he's a huge influence. But
right.
And I'm a big fan of Kendrick because he gets a bad rap for some people because of maybe the voices he does over records or whatever the case is. But it's like for me, which I'm big on creativity, it's like for Kendrick to be where he's from. Because think about it. Almost every rapper we've seen come from the West Coast.
Yes,
like relies heavily on like a gang affiliation, and that's their identity. You know what I mean? It's like Kendrick is from LA, and he's a complete polar opposite of everyone that would come from out of there. So it's like
shaman.
What did y'all think? What he said? He the king of New York, though.
Holistic shaman who conjuring.
That's a good question.
Remedies.
Yeah, what did y'all think? Now we do have 2 New York people here. So when he said he was the king of New York,
wait, when When Kendrick.
Kendrick.
How did y'all feel? As native New Yorkers, how did you feel for this West Coast guy?
He said Cap.
He said Cap.
Yeah, it didn't faze me at all. I was like,
no, dude, but you know what? I thought it was so awesome. And then what I really liked about that whole thing was the amount of people that responded.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's everybody like he really, I felt like he did that to light a fire under everybody.
The game needed that, like, definitely at that time.
It was kind of
that for real.
Yeah, it was kind of dead for a second. I remember that. It was slow. No one was putting out anything.
It
was like so much great music, so many great freestyles that came from that, so many rebuttals. I was like, dude, you guys put so much energy into this because this man said that I need y'all to do it full time now.
That's partially the one that's the one that really made me think he's solidified. If you can sway a whole industry.
Yeah,
from one record.
Oh yeah, from one record.
It wasn't even your song,
and it wasn't your song. That is even crazy.
Whose song was it?
From one verse.
I can't even remember. Big Sean.
He said, "Whose song was it?"
And he had Jay Electronica on the third verse.
Yeah, that shit crazy, bro.
Nobody even talks about Jay Electronica's verse.
This is easily the greatest second verse of all time. Like,
it wasn't even a bad verse at all.
I don't even remember Jay Electronica's verse.
You put the You put the artist in the middle.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
But
then he reversed it. Yeah, it's insane. But I did want to say, so, as a joke, what was that corner store that you were going to as a kid? All the time you were like, that is the album right there. That's what I based it on. I think we all did some, we all went to the corner store, all hanging out and shit, doing all that stuff as kids, you know what I mean?
Just being all over. I can't give you a specific corner store, but it's a cornerstone of New York life, feel me? It's like everywhere you go, it's a bodega, and then, you move to nicer neighborhoods, it might be a gas station. I don't know. Or you just got to go to CVS or Walgreens or something like that, but corner store is just the cornerstone of the hood, man. It's like everything happens in there, man. Everything.
Right there. Yeah, there's so much culture. That's a whole thing. That's a whole separate thing.
That's why when I first heard this name, I was like, that's honestly one of the best names for a project that I heard in a long time. Because it's a part of just everyday stuff that we do. I'm about to make a quick story run.
Listen,
you know what I'm saying? We say that probably like 2-3 times.
The sequel needs to be.
It made it great, but I'm glad that it was exactly 15 minutes. Like it's 15 hours less than 20.
So perfect.
See, that's the one thing about it that because dude, you're vibing to it so hard and then it's over.
It's over.
I'm just like,
yeah.
No.
There's a reason to. If I can
great
expound,
project, man.
Thank you. If I can expound, I intentionally call this quick store run because it meshes with both cultures. So in New York, you gotta take a quick run, to the bodega, wherever you get whatever you need, you leave.
It's people quick. Go to the bodega like that. Yeah. I've always heard it, but I'm like, as far as
it's everywhere
else
here in Albany. Up here in Albany, we don't really have bodegas like that, but we do have some corner stores or some stores that they go to. People make runs all the time.
I be hearing rappers.
Literally the
and then I'm saying
time.
I'm saying in some places, like from Congo, I know people do quick runs to the market, come back. It's probably the same thing they do in back in India. So I was like, that makes sense. And then in a cultural standpoint, like in a literal standpoint, I made a short project, real concise, but you're satisfied. Like you got, it's like the nourishment. Like you actually got what you needed out of this and enjoyed. So that was a whole thing. So it was actually a really pretty thought out title, which I suggested to him. This is his project, me, and he was like, "It's cool."
All right, so let me ask you, why 15 minutes? Like, was that was purpose too?
Yeah.
Purpose? Okay.
That's how
it directly ties into the title.
That's what I'm saying.
That's literally
layers. There's layers to this.
Minutes.
It's a perfect take, man.
Like you're taking a quick run,
man. Yeah,
you go. It's not that far away. Right. So you gotta just take a little walk, go get you what you need, and come back in 15 minutes. It's like that was intentional. It happened to work that it was a 15 minutes, but it was really under 20. That's what I was shooting for, because that's how it really takes to make a quick run to the store. That was intentional. So this is like, it was very artsy in a sense like that.
I'm really digging it now, because that makes a lot of sense.
I made the beats, definition, man. I made the beats small, like short, on purpose. So there were 5 beats or 6 beats.
And I laughed at what Challenger put.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. 30 minutes or less.
Domino's pizza delivery.
Oh my God. I gotta ask, man, what is everybody's like personal song off the tape, like favorite song off the tape? Me, going first, I gotta say like Pink Sunset or the intro.
Tough.
Like those are, the intro is like, for me, it's just stupid hard, bro. Like,
I wanted the Dreams and the Nightmares. I told him we can make our own version of Dreams and Nightmares.
Bollywood Dreams and Nightmares.
Yeah, no, that mug is fire.
That's all I wanted to do.
I have to say, Perfect the Craft.
Yeah, that's different.
Oh wow,
that's a nice track right there. It's because I don't expect that kind of production from you, Rozzy.
Trevor, man of culture.
I think the samples is what it is, and it just is. It's a great fit. It's like so different than what you normally do.
Yeah,
but it's not really though. It's like it's different than what you do, but it's not.
You can tell it's by me, but in a sense, it's super.
You gotta kind of
It's left. Like I actually it's really a loop. Like it's the actual drums. It's the raw drums. I just threw a couple mixers in there and boosted up the bass a little bit.
That bass line is so fire, bro.
Yes,
and I put a couple filters to make it sound dustier, because it was already dusty. But I just wanted to make it a little bit dustier.
So this is going to be filthy.
And then another guy.
See, I like dirty rap. I like dirty New York grimy rap.
Yeah,
okay? I grew up on that. I love Mobb Deep. I love Nas. Man, I'm telling you, like Jada Kiss, the Locks, everything.
The imperfections is what
this. And this tape for me is just like I'm like right at home.
Yeah,
like right at home.
That was the vibe. I wanted to match the feel. It's crazy. It's about big cities. You're involved in big city, the hustle, the gritty griminess
it's a New York project. It's a straight up like one. You get that feel like this is what I like.
From the Mecca.
He said you're actually at the store and not home.
Oh yes.
Be there. Yo. That's crazy. But yeah, that's facts.
So I did want to ask, like, for the next album, since it is actually going to be like both of y'all. So would you guys be changing the sound as far as like the samples and everything goes? Or would you guys be trying to perfect that certain type of sound?
I don't even think about that. But either way, I think I didn't even really think about that. I could do another 5 just Bollywood, and it could fit the same way and just be just as nice. But
shout out to all the Indian homies.
I really haven't even thought about it. But
yeah, for real.
Shout out to all my Indian homies.
If we do make a deluxe, it would be, if we did change the theme, I think if it was a deluxe, then we'd keep the theme as is. Because I want to maintain that.
Right.
Yeah,
but if we were doing 5 different with a different theme, I would be with it and just do a whole separate EP. And we'll just push it the same way.
See, I had like presented the idea, like maybe some like Brazilian music, some bossa nova stuff like that.
I say just keep doing it. I say just keep doing it.
I've done the bossa nova maybe a few times, but that's another genre that I think I can get crazy with. So I don't know.
No, whatever y'all are working on, I always want to hear it. You know what I mean?
I'm a fan.
Like y'all,
I'm 100%.
I'm an actual fan.
I'm already a fan of Rising, but
I just got
y'all don't understand how much I appreciate this though, for real. Because it's like I've had people like outside of like maybe my peers and whatnot, talk to me about what I'm doing, but it's like just I'm meeting so many new people just telling me like, yo, your project is great. And I really wasn't even trying to do music like that prior to this, to be honest with you, man. Like, so this is just, I'm not going to say it's overwhelming for me, but it's definitely like, it's a moment, man, for real. And I definitely appreciate you guys, like, just listening to it. Like, whether, you liked it or you hated it, man. Like, just you guys actually taking your time out to listen to that.
If they hating it, they haters, bro. They like they actual haters. Like they ain't about hip hop.
They just don't like New York rap, man.
Yeah, they just actual haters.
This is one of my favorite projects, personally, for me, that I've been involved with, because this is the first real project where I was executive producing. So.
Putting that extra love into it.
Yeah, being like an exec producer and like being involved with seeing who the features would be, seeing how the records would actually, what we'd have to do. Because I was throwing in ideas and stuff like that as well. He had ideas with the features. It was cool. Like those are the homies as well. Putting in the investment for marketing, for sending it out to folks.
Yeah,
like
definitely.
The results of it right now, I don't think it's just the beginning, honestly.
Nah. It's summertime. It's about to be summertime.
Yeah.
I'm motivated.
I got the guys at drum work. I got the guys at drum work to put in a little bit on production side. The promos that I was putting out there. Shout out to my guy.
You remember I memed it?
Yeah.
You did that.
You memed that, yeah.
Bro, that meme was funny as hell. I seen it. I said, okay.
The lady in the car.
Yeah, the lady in the car. She's like, no, turn it up.
Yeah, and I sent it to a bunch of people in the industry and YouTube and all that, and they all showed praise. And then everybody on Facebook, all the producer community showed praise. It was really great. Like it was beautiful.
Oh yeah, the chemistry is just.
And I'm just glad that he's
beautiful.
getting the shine that he deserves. And it's just the beginning. I honestly believe it's just the beginning. I think things are gonna move. Like I have optimism. I think things are gonna move in the next year or two, where we can all eat and like make some good music and finally get to understand what we're about. So it's just a matter of time, honestly.
I remember when Risey and y'all both just put out the project and everything. I was like, I literally messaged Risey. I said, "Yo, we got to get this guy on the podcast."
Yeah,
he's too. I was like, he's too nice. Like it was the same day. I want to say it was like the same day or a couple of days after, something like that. But I was like, "Yo, this dude nice."
Oh man, I appreciate that for real.
I had a question for you, and this might. Really project. It's left field. So what got you into the fashion? So I'm actually curious about what got you interested in fashion and like being in tune with the current designs and things. Because you actually really in tune with it. Like the sneaker culture, you be calling that out all the time, and I'm like,
man.
Like what got you?
I want to say that that started with me in high school, man. Like, well. Since everybody loves sneakers, like as a child and everything, but it's when I got into high school. I went to high school Sheepshead Bay. If you're familiar with Brooklyn high schools, if you're not, so that was that point in time where I kind of like stopped.
You said Sheepshead?
Sheepshead Bay,
yeah, okay, yeah.
So that was around the time I stopped, like, it was girls around more than ever, and I'm 14, 15, and I'm just starting to see certain styles, and this is around the time of Dipset and everything. But then this is around the time like Bape and all that shit started hitting the US. Right. So I'm seeing all this in high school, and I'm like, damn man, like I got to step my game up. I'm just starting to see. I mean, it's kind of shallow the way I'm talking about it at that time, but.
Nah, man, you gotta trying to get the honeys. You know what I'm saying?
That's pretty much what it is.
Yeah. So it's like I'm seeing like people from the hood. They got their big Pellies on and they Vansons and they True Religions and all of that. But then there's the Asian kids that's wearing Stussy and Bape and Kid Robot and all of that. So I'm like,
oh wow, Kid Robot.
I was at that because I you know what's crazy? I actually won. I won class trendsetter in high school. Like I was for real.
I was made for this shit.
You feel me? So once I graduated high school and I got my first job and shit, like I would just go to Soho and just get a bunch of sneakers, man. So I was just always a sneakerhead. I was into the culture, and then it's like you get into sneakers, you're gonna get into fashion, and then the thing is, I was never really like into like wearing a bunch of designer clothes. It was just mainly like sneakers and a little accessories and whatnot. But I ain't rich. I can't be spending like $1,000 on a T-shirt or
nah.
that.
I mean, to
I'm
me,
not gonna do that. Yeah,
that's kind of a waste of money, especially because people will spend like a solid like G on a white tee. I'm like, come on, bro. Like, ain't nobody gonna know that brand, bro. Like.
But listen, living in New York City, man, it just forces you to like be like that, depending on like if you really care about it or who you're around. So it's like, I just stuck to it. On top of that, being a rapper, you gotta have an image, man. So it's just, I to be honest with you, like I really just dress the same as I've always had from back in the day. I just probably refined it a little bit more. I never tried too hard, I definitely never tried too hard, bro. I just stick to my little streetwear sneakers and maybe a designer shoe or accessory here and there. But I don't really try too hard. But definitely like fashion plays a big role in like my image and everything like that. But I want to say,
I'm sorry. I'm trying not to laugh so hard. I see Risey just like fucking with this microphone. I see the light flashing and shit. Man. Like, you going on about, the topic and everything. And I'm my bad. Yeah, my bad.
It's crazy. I thought the camera was off. This is twice in a row. This is terrible.
So it's just like, it's just a part of my image, bro. Like, I like fashion and streetwear and sneakers and whatnot, man. I probably need to cut back at this point buying shit because it's now seriously, it's like I got a bunch of stuff at my house and then I still got a bunch of stuff in my mom's basement that I probably haven't worn in years.
What's your favorite article of clothing that you bought like recently? That you're like, I got this.
Those South Beach LeBron 8s.
Oh, that's clean.
Yeah, I got those. They came back out last summer and I got them. Mm-hmm. I think I got them like in September. Because I wasn't trying to spend that much money when they first came out, like 2010.
Yeah,
so they came back out.
LeBrons go hard, bro.
Those South Beach ones, yeah.
Yeah, man. Like I waited.
With the teal. That's the teal. Is that what the teal?
The teal and the pink laces. Yo.
Yeah, that's what I thought they was.
Yeah, man.
All right, so
like I've been knowing.
Do you plan on shooting any videos for this?
Yes. I'm about to say, we need one.
Visuals. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course. I already know. We all know which one I'm going to do a video to.
Yeah.
Yes.
I got to do it. It was just like.
I just got to hear you say it.
I got you, man. It was just like some family stuff. Went on a couple of family trips, work, trying to stack my money.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I had hit the gym. Shit, I probably lost like 20 pounds since we dropped the tape, but I'm still working on it because I can't be out here looking sloppy in the video, man. Energy is a lot. So I'm getting
there's some people, man, they be getting like the skin tight shirt and stuff, and they got the belly popping out.
I ain't gonna lie, man. The trap rappers motivated me, man. They I don't care. Like just because of the trap rappers, I just don't care, man. They'll be came out here with a fat belly, rapping forever.
You know how they throw people off, so they might have a big ass chain on. No shirt on. Nobody going to do me. So.
That's true. I've seen that in a few videos.
No,
that's perfect because it's a good time. It's about to get hot outside, so this is
it's time for them to feel that heat. You know what I mean?
Right.
Nah, definitely. I have to do that. Like I was just having
I need some visuals, bro. I need all the visuals. Something with you going to the corner store.
That's what I'm saying. Like we have
for sure.
Just rapping on your way to the store. That's a dope video concept right there. Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah. Even though we put it in the wintertime, we have so much time to really hunker in and and like
I think as soon as they get hot, it's gonna take another
turn,
the next level.
Yeah.
They need to. What was it? I need y'all in a corner store, and I need
Risey for the summertime to push it because it's with the Bollywood, with the weather, the summer, it gives that feel. So that's why I'm trying to save the push for the summer.
Yeah.
See, Pink Sunset on the way.
I told you, bro. That's one of my favorite records on there, man. It's so good.
Yo, I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like
tell him.
I feel like I half-assed that, man. Like, to be honest, completely transparent, man. Because it was the last song, and I was trying to I gotta finish this shit, man. I ain't want to.
No, I'm gonna debate this. No, this is one of the best songs on here.
Yeah,
because
easily.
You didn't think.
You didn't overthink the track, man. You just
right. I did
what it needed.
I'm not saying that you overthought on the rest of the tracks. But you really were intentional about what you were going to present on those the other records. Whereas with this, you said it from the heart. And it was just,
some lyrics, man. I got
think about it. You just said, "Hey, I'm gonna have this drink and just say what I gotta say." And
that's
boom,
facts.
I
got some lyrics on there, man. I got some lyrics on there that I love, and it's part of the first. It's actually part of the first part. Said, I don't spend many nights trying to find my purpose. The way I was moving was like my time is worthless. I was up against some shit you couldn't even put on verses like that. I was like, he got me hooked right out the gate. I was like, ooh, that shit hard.
He was talking.
Yeah, man.
And that was stuff that you felt. And then you put it
definitely. It was real.
Yeah.
Like, you know what's crazy? Like, I think I played my mother that on. I played because I hung out with my mom who was driving around. I didn't even tell her I made the tape. So I just like, Ma, I made this tape. She asked me about something. She said, "Oh, I heard you got a tape out or something." Because one of my sisters
know about this. No.
Yeah. So I played the tape for her, but I purposely had it on shuffle. So I played. I think Pink Sunset came on second, and by the end of the tape, I realized like her response to Pink Sunset was just like, because I don't really. Me and my mom have a cool relationship, but I don't really open up to my mom like that, bro. So for her to hear that and to hear what I was getting off on that, like her response was just like, I was happy to see that. You know what I mean? It meant a lot to me for my mom to respond to the record the way she did because I can't just have a conversation with her like at times like that personal or just getting bitten. So for her to hear it in that form and be impressed by it like that, I was really happy. So I mean, I could see like the other side of people liking that song. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, it's really one of those where, you feel like it's light, but it was one of those. I was really, really happy that was the last record.
No, that record go hard.
That's honestly a perfect last record. Man.
It is,
it's like the way you started the tape
perfect
and the way
intro.
You finished it.
The message, and then I'll pat myself on the back. The beat. They just work.
Yeah. Even the outro juxtaposed to the intro is like the intro is real egotistical.
Yeah.
Outro real humble.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So like I had to balance it out on the way out. So I kept that in mind though, because I didn't really want to overdo it. I didn't want to come with too many crazy flows.
And that's really how it was as you listen again. It really, I don't think this was our intention at all, but it really progressed from. Maybe that was me subconsciously because I arranged it. So I arranged it. So maybe that was subconscious.
So you arranged it too? Oh,
I arranged the record. Yeah.
Risey was really on this, man. Fingerprints all over it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So it started hype and it was really.
It mellows you out. Yeah.
And it mellows out as you go. I didn't really realize, but it does.
Yeah, man.
It's the little things, man. It's the little things that sometimes it's just like a little wonderful coincidence type thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's how I'll say it.
Yeah. And I gotta ask, man. Like doing a little bit of a closeout. I kind of like doing this this last question. Like, how does Be.Geniu want to be remembered?
Shit, that's a
I know it's a hard question. It's a hard question.
Nah, I could wholeheartedly say I just want to be remembered for being myself in any room around anybody.
Yeah.
just not letting that waver for anything, you know. Not being afraid to do what I want to do and not being too influenced by anybody else. Just staying true to myself.
Beautiful.
That's all real. It really is for me, man.
That's real.
I'm a normal guy, not a street rapper. I might sometimes like put people off and be like, oh, you might have this certain persona about you, but it's really, I'm really a regular guy, bro. It's got a little edge to me, but I'm really a regular guy, bro. That's it.
Oh yeah, man. Like too many people just have these like sides and stuff like that, man. And it's always just nice to hear people just like, I want to be that real, authentic, you know, I want to be genius. Little fun. I did that. Hey, I see the opportunity. I had to take it, man.
I just want to give y'all flowers. I want to say that this project is a great project.
Thank you.
The first time listening to it, it gave me the vibes of like Stove God and Rock Marcy. When I first heard that tape, when you first heard Reasonable Drop that first time, he was like, "What did I just listen to?"
Yeah,
let me play this back real quick, really and I was like, "Oh yeah, this is what I'm listening to."
That's facts.
I appreciate y'all for real, man. This is motivation right here.
Yeah, you got to keep going, bro.
Yeah, man. I need to check in with y'all when y'all drop the deluxe, man.
Yeah, you hear about it. You definitely.
I'm keeping tabs, man. I know. Man. Like ever since Risey put me up on the tape, bro, it's just been in rotation. I've been kind of excited for this interview here. Now you to let me know. You're gonna keep going. We got visuals on the way.
I'm about to say, because I don't need this to be a one tape and I'm done kind of thing. You know what I mean? We need more stuff. I need visuals.
I'm all in, bro.
Or a deluxe.
I'm all in, bro.
Yeah.
I kept telling them this is just the beginning. Like, for real.
Look, 30 minutes or less.
That's fast. 30 minutes or less.
That's kind of fine. I ain't going to hold you.
I'm not going to, Challenger, we're gonna have to
okay.
Yeah, no, we definitely got to see the deluxe version, man. I'm trying to see Lucky 7 too on there, man. Because Lucky 7 fire.
He said he wrote one.
Yeah, I need him. I need him to like be like, okay, it's coming.
Yeah, he said he told me not long ago. Actually, it was like a month ago.
It's kind of crazy.
The album in a couple weeks, actually, but I might be in there. I don't know the confirmation, but I did send some beats for that. But he was like, this is gas. Like I wrote to it already.
I'm glad he fucked with it, bro. To be honest with you, because you know a lot of rappers would be like, I'm cool. You know what I mean?
No.
If you a hip hop head and love
this
it,
project, bro.
Even
if you're a rapper and like, cause I'm a rapper too. So like, even if like somebody played this for me and you competition, this shit fire.
Yeah, no,
I appreciate
it's rapper, anime character, like, he all that.
I really thought that y'all two like linked together.
Yeah,
that was a real surprise right there, just to know that y'all did not link together and y'all got that kind of chemistry that it sounds like y'all were in the same place making the same project.
Yeah, man. It's just, again, it's the universe. It's it's the energy, man. You know, it's just destiny. It's just destiny. I mean, especially because y'all just met randomly. You know what I mean?
Because it started with like just me being so inspired, like by him and Nasu's production, while I was like starting out on my producer journey and everything, and then it gets to this point. You know what I mean? So it's full circle for me, man. To be honest with you, like I'm super happy that he reached out to me because he really did not have to do it, but the fact that he did, it says a lot to me, man. And that's the motivation I need right there.
Yeah, I wanted to do it. I knew it was going to be too much fun with this, and it'll be a challenge for both of us, which is great because both, elevated out of it, and it's just the beginning. So, just
beautiful,
expect
man.
More. Yes, sir.
That's beautiful, man. Be.Geniu, my man. Let them know where they can find you at.
So
I got you on Spotify.
Right, Spotify. Shit. So it's all right. I'm on all DSPs, Tidal, Spotify, Apple Music. BE.GENIU $, not S, but actual $. So that's Be Genius on all DSPs. BE.GENIUS $. There we go. I see it right there in the chat.
There we go. Yeah, it's just like that. Be.Geniu, man.
Awesome.
All
Man, y'all
DSPs,
make sure y'all
man.
go follow him. Y'all keep up with this project.
Facts.
It's about to be hot. I could see mad people on their way to the store. That quick little 15-minute. You literally wrote a soundtrack to go to the store, bro. Like y'all.
I've done that before.
Man,
I've done that before.
Stuff
I listened
because
to
it's like going to the store, man. You have so many things in your mind. You know what I mean? And it's like this is just like that perfect time to like have a soundtrack while you vibing. You know what I mean?
That's literally the intention.
First song, you hyped as fuck. You head into the store.
And it's also a quick store run because you just heard this from us for the first time.
Yeah.
So it's just like the appetizer. So we're gonna get busy for sure.
Thanks, man.
I like that energy, man.
I'm excited. I'm super excited.
Super hyped to see what the future, brings, man. Like I said, I'm trying to see both different and, like the same kind of just feel, man. I can't wait for that deluxe. The deluxe needs to drop. It's playing with me, Rising. I know it's you. It ain't him. He got it.
He got the bars, man. Give him the beats. Give him the beats.
Give him the beats.
I'm just playing.
Yep.
All right, but hey, I appreciate you coming on. What was it, Rising? Let them know where to find you, man.
Yeah. So find me on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. I got a whole bunch of different users for that.
Just Google him, man. Just
Google. I hate to say it. Just Google me.
Oh yeah. Come on,
AISI space K dot. You'll find it.
Yeah, give him the YouTube one.
Yeah, got a lot of.
Give him the YouTube.
Check it out. Check out my mixtape on SoundCloud.
I got you, my man. I got you.
Thanks.
Down below, man.
Check the
YouTube, man. Yeah. And then Buddha, let them know, my man.
All right, y'all. Buddha Smoke Gaming, Twitch, Facebook, Trovo, YouTube, all of that. Still working on my stream times. I haven't decided a good stream time yet, but tomorrow we'll be streaming at 4:00, and Code Vein will be what I'm playing.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. I thought he was gonna go. I thought he was gonna keep going. My bad.
That was it.
Yeah, man. And then Nikolai Capone, you can find me just Google, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, all that good stuff, man. Yeah, man.
I appreciate you, man.
No, I appreciate you, man. I've been wanting this to happen for a while.
Yeah,
I'm
excited, man.
I'm so excited.
It's been a really
love, man.
great
I'm
podcast
looking forward to this one as well. So much love, man. You already know. We're gonna work. I'll get in touch with you soon. So
I'm ready.
Music on the way, y'all.
Yeah.
I'm here. You already know, man.
Yes, sir.
All right, y'all. Peace.
Peace.
One.